let me help you understand. And you don't understand my faith like I do. All right. So give me for a moment the benefit of the doubt that having been a leader of my church, a bishop and a stake president, I understand my church better than you do.
Right.
All right. My church has very strong beliefs that Mormons should not participate in, encourage, in any way support abortion.
You could be excommunicated if you do. It says right there. That's what they say. I don't say it.
Are you thinking I'm disagreeing with you?
No, I don't know, but it's strong.
Are you disagreeing with me? Let me once again say I understand my faith better than you do.
Right. Well,
you don't believe that, do you?
I'm not sure.
That it's hardly worth having a discussion.
Well, no, I'm not.
Listen, can I complete the point?
Well, the reason I said that is because you also said in another forum, I think it was on Stephanopoulos, about the second coming of Christ.
Right.
And you said it's going to happen in Jerusalem.
And it is.
Your church says it's going to happen in Missouri.
No, it doesn't.
All right, is that wrong?
Is what wrong?
Okay, see,
the church says that Christ appears on the Mount of Olives and splits the Mount of Olives and appears in Jerusalem. That's what the church says. And then over 1,000 years of the millennium, that the world is reigned in two places, Jerusalem and Missouri. That's what the church says. The second coming, the arrival of Jesus Christ, our church says is in Jerusalem. That's the church doctrine.
Then Stephanopoulos misquoted your church, which is not surprising.
That's fine. That's fine.
I was basing my question on that premise.
Cleon Skousen has a book called 1,000 Years, so you can talk about Christ appears. It's throughout the Bible. Christ appears in Jerusalem, splits the Mount of Olives to stop the war that's coming in to kill all the Jews. It's our church believes that. That's where the coming in glory of Christ occurs. We also believe that over the 1,000 years that follows in the millennium, He will reign from two places. Right. That the law will come forward from one place and from Missouri, and the other will be in Jerusalem. All right, but now back to abortion.
I have to get back on that.
Yeah, you got to get
But before we do anything else, I want you to understand one thing. I take this stuff real seriously.
Oh, I don't though. For me, this is all frivolous.
No, I take you. No, I'm serious. No, I take.
Come on, I'm running for president.
What do you? Just relax. I take you seriously.
No, but
I take what you're saying seriously.
But you're not giving me the opportunity to explain to you that my faith has very strong beliefs that if I commit abortion, encourage an abortion, I was beaten up in Boston because I pointed out time and again that I encourage girls not to get abortions, that I told them to have adoptions. I have never done anything that in any way violates the principles of my church in that regard. I've made other mistakes, but in that regard. But the church does not say that a member of our church has to be opposed to allowing choice in society. It does not say that, and therefore there are Mormon Democrats. There's a Democratic Party in Utah filled with Mormons, and the church doesn't say they're wrong, they're being excommunicated. No, it says, look, we are vehemently opposed to abortion ourselves and for ourselves, but we allow other people to make their own choice. I disagree with that view. Politically, I looked at it, I said, you know what, that's wrong. And it's not a Mormon thing. It's a secular position to say, you know what, I was wrong. We should have as a society a prohibition on abortion in the following circumstances. But it's not violating my faith. Let me assure you.
I hope we can do this so we can spend some quality time on the air rather than the sound.
No, I don't like coming on the air and having you go after my church and me and my.
I'm not going after you. I agree with your church.
I know that's right, but I'm not running as a Mormon, and I don't, and I get a little tired of coming on a show like yours and having it all about Mormon.
See, I don't mind it being about that.
Yeah, I do. I do.
I agree with the ethics of your church, for Pete's sake.
So do I. Yeah. So do I.
Well, so I was trying to.
No, you're trying to tell me that I'm not a faithful Mormon, or that I'm not.
I'm trying to get you to reconcile what I think is a disparity
and have a great discussion about Mormonism and the Mormon Church and read the doctrines of the church and where my view is. And you know what? I'm not running to talk about Mormonism.
No, but the point is, the people who are likely to vote don't want to elect a Ted Kennedy who comes back, or Senator Harkin, who comes here to Dowling and comes here to Iowa and says, I'm pro-life. And then when he gets to Washington, stands up and becomes pro-choice.
Here's your opportunity to have that settle in your mind. I was governor 4 years. It's not just what I'm talking about. I was governor 4 years. I had a number of pieces of legislation that came to my desk that dealt with abortion abstinence education, RU 486, and so forth. I vetoed any bill that was in favor of choice. I was entirely consistent in favor of life. So it's not just my word you have to take. Look at my record.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot. Hey, how you doing? You're doing great.
Here's my card number. Sorry it was so short.
That's all right. That's okay. I appreciate it.